Howdy, y'all. Welcome back to the quad life. It's been quite a week, but we've had good and bad news. So, first thing I want to report is thankfully I'm doing better since last week. That I am sectioning now much less. And as of this recording, at least, it's been like a day and a half since I needed sectioned. So that is a very good thing in my thinking. I'm still tired. I just spent about an hour on the deck having lunch and getting sun. So tired and my nose is stuffy, but hey, doing better, and I'll always give thanks for that. But in this last week, we've seen things going on around in the world. One thing especially is that there was flooding in Texas that had a lot of devastation and went through a camp, and unfortunately several children died in the flooding. And in my circles, since I visited camp in mid-June, the 16th, 3 of the former campers have passed away that I knew. So when we get tragedies or things that go on either in our own life or nationally, one of the questions is, where is God in all this? And does he not care about what's going on to people in their life? Well, I've posted one response to that on the Quad Life X account, but I wanted to address it this week as well. So in Luke 13, and the first 5 verses, Jesus was asked a similar question. That there were 18 people who were killed when a tower fell on them. And there were also others that were martyred because of their faith and a cruel government. So we see Jesus responded to these problems in his time, and he said to them, repent, or you too will likewise perish. So what is that kind of for a response? Well, we need to remember that nothing is a surprise to God, that he is in control of all things, and his thoughts are much higher than ours. So as I look out my window here and see trees and plants, that they are designed to take in the sun and water, and they clean the air of carbon dioxide and produce oxygen and help to make everything more livable. And these things are confusing to us maybe, but it's what God has made in his hands and controls more than we understand at all times. And in the same way, he has designed our bodies to function in various ways. Either with spinal cord injuries that don't quite work right, or as originally designed, but he is still in control and helps people as they need. So what do we say then when we have tragedy around us? Well, the first thing we need to do is come alongside those that have lost loved ones and pray for them and comfort them in any way we can. We read in Matthew 5, verse 4, Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. And if we have come to God and trust in Him alone for salvation, and know that our loved ones have as well, then we can look forward to being reconciled and for life to come. For we see in Romans 6 that unfortunately, because of sin in the world, that everyone has the appointment to die. That includes me, you, and all 8 billion people on the earth right now. So when we see tragedy around us, it can help to remind us of our own appointment, and that we don't know when problems are going to happen. We also don't know when the doorbell is going to ring or my nose is going to drip, as that's been happening for this short little video. But anyway, tragedies remind us of our own mortality, and that we need to be sure to repent of sin and come to God and trust in Him alone, not our works, for forgiveness. So when Jesus said during tragedy that we need to repent or will likewise perish, that is His reminder of these times. And unfortunately, for those in Texas last week, such things happen all around the world, and we don't always hear about them, such as in India, China, or various locations that don't have the, media exposure that we do today, or that we do here in the U.S. So that is the main thing I wanted to say this week. That yes, God is with us when we had times of tragedy, and there will be no doubt some stories of how some people were helped, and stories that we won't know of in this life of how people were helped and came to Christ as well. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next week on the Quad Live. Bye for now.